Hi friends, Renee Keys here with Carolina Creative and another stamping idea for you. I'm going to show you, I've got my host code and some of the information for April and where you can find me, and I'll have this sitting on my work table. But today I'm going to work with one of the stamp and die sets that will be retiring as of early May when the new catalog comes out. This is the Lighting the Way stamp set, and I've had a lot of fun with this. There's a lot of different things you can do with it, and it does come with a set of dies. So I'm going to use some of these stamps, and I've already taken this lantern die that comes with the set and punched out the really cute lantern. I did it in red so you can see how this is going to pop. I'm using Lost Lagoon as my cardstock base, and this is going to be a fancy fold again. So I have already scored. First of all, I cut the paper long ways. So it was 4 1/4 wide, and then the full 11 inches long. And so I've scored it at 2 1/2 so that this will fold down. And then I have a normal size card, so I cut the bottom off, and I am using that bottom piece for what will become the flap. And then I have another piece similar to this top piece that is 2 1/4 by 4 1/4. And I went looking for, I was thinking plaid. I was trying to find a paper that had some pattern to it. And actually in the current Stippled Roses paper was this pretty, it's Lost Lagoon, and it's got this woven weave to it. And so I'm going to use this. So this, you'll start to see how this card is going to come together with the top flap. And then I'm going to make a similar piece at the bottom that will not be attached. So you'll see how this comes together. So I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera down and start doing some stamping. I did punch one other thing out from the Lighting the Way punch, and that is some of this grass or these leaves, and I'm going to stamp some and then use some 3D with that. So here's my work surface down here. There we go. So now what I'm going to do is go ahead and stamp first a little bit of leaves on here. I have pulled Shaded Spruce, so it's a little darker than the Lost Lagoon, and I want it to match this paper that I've already punched out. I want to put some of these grassy, it almost looks like bamboo, but some of these leaves at the very bottom here. And put a little bit there. I'm going to get that out of the way. I did get some on my work table here, but that's fine. That's what this is for. And then you can see how my lantern is going to sit here. Now what I want to do is gently add some color behind the lantern to give it a glow. And I'm just going to eyeball this because obviously the lantern would glow more than just behind the lantern. And so I'm using the sponge dauber here, and I'm using So Saffron. And now, like I said, I'm going to eyeball this and just give this a nice glow. I might make it darker in the middle and then lighter on the edges. There we go. Yep, that's what I'm intending to do here. So I'm going to make this glow go out just a little further. But that was what I wanted to do there. Okay, I am also going to add to this a sentiment on the front. I want my sentiment to go up here in the corner. And it's going to say, follow your dreams. And I am stamping this in Lost Lagoon, which is going to match the cardstock and the paper. There we go. There's that. And then the one other thing I want to add to the front and to the inside, let me start with this. I'm going to use my Memento Black, this Tuxedo Black, and I'm going to put, I had 2 different sizes here. Yeah, I think he's good. I'll go with the medium. This comes with 3 different sizes of fireflies or lightning bugs, depending what you want to call them. And I want mine to be flying this direction. So I'm going to stamp him first. And then I'm going to add, this is just really fun. I don't want it to be in black, so I'm actually going to use gray granite. There's this pretty swirl that goes, it's like the trail for the fireflies or lightning bugs, if you want to call them lightning bugs. And so I'm going to give him a little swirl here to show his flight path. There we go. And I'm going to use this again on the inside, so I don't want that to go too far. Now the last thing is, along with the cute firefly, we can add the glow. Here we go. We can add the glow from his back end, if you will. So I'm going to do that as well. And just put, yep, that's what I wanted. So now inside the card, what I did want to do is put another firefly, maybe even two. I need my black, which I put out of the corner here. I'm going to put one up here and maybe another one on the side here. And I'm going to give them their little swirl, their little flight path as well. Give them some glow. Here we go. And the saffrons, I like it. It's not a big, bright, bold yellow. This, you could make it neon. You could make it really bright if you wanted to. And so I'm going to use the gray granite again, which is a little more subtle, and put a little sprinkle there, and then a little bit coming this way. There we go. And that's what I was envisioning for the inside. Now, I hope I didn't just do this wrong, and I hope I didn't stamp this in the wrong place. But if I did, I think when it peeks through, that's going to be okay. So that will go on the inside. Yeah, that's okay. He'll peek. So what I'm going to do first is go ahead and assemble parts of these. Let's start with this. Let's start with the big piece first. I'm going to glue this down, the white cardstock, onto my Lost Lagoon. And you're going to see how this is going to create a peekaboo flap. So I will assemble that first. There we go. And then I'm going to glue my lantern. And then I'm going to put a little more grass on top so that, or the leaves, so that it's the foreground. And I had ink on my finger. I think it'll be okay. Nothing like a good project with a little smeared ink. Here we go. I'm going to put glue on the edges, and I want to make sure that parts of this have a little bit of glue on them as well too. It's kind of delicate. You can do some fun things with this lantern. You can cut it out in 2 different colors and make the center look, more metallic. There's just a lot of things that you can do with it. It's really cool. And now I'm going to add, I think, this grass at an angle coming up. Or do I want it to go this way? I kind of like that too. So he's peeking out. So what I'm going to do is glue this down, and then if it's hanging off the bottom, I'll just trim it. But I'm thinking, yep, like that. And now I'm going to put a little Wink of Stella, little shimmer there, a little shimmer there, a little shimmer here, a little on the leaf. It can be a little dewy. There we go. Could even do it on the lantern, but I don't want to get too carried away here. So now, because it is overhanging, I'm going to give this a little snip. All right, so now I should be ready to start assembling, and you'll see how this is going to come together. I will put this as my insert, and I'm okay with a firefly playing peekaboo. And that's what is going to happen, I'm pretty sure. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and assemble this top flap with the Designer Series paper. And get that nice and even. There we go. And then this is going to get adhered. Actually, I can make him hide. This is going to get glued down here. And what you will see in a minute, I'm going to go ahead and glue this paper down, and then you'll see how this whole thing will come together. It's going to be kind of fun. Put this down so it matches the top. I mean, this can be really cute in a red plaid or a blue plaid, or, there's different ways to do this. Now, I do want to make sure I get this stuck on pretty good. So I'm just going to put my adhesive on this top inch or so. But I'm going to run it edge to edge. And I am, as you can see, using my Stampin' Seal because I want it to be a good, firm adhesion. And that's going to look perfect. Okay, I'm going to put that down. So now I'm going to line up this bottom panel with the bottom of the card. All right. And then what I'm going to do is just put some adhesive, again, on the very bottom of this flap so that it's going to pick this up. So once again, I'm going to go edge to edge. I don't want to come too far up. And bring it down and make sure that I've got it. Yeah, this could have been a little narrower if I chose to go a little narrower, but now this is the way the card opens. So it is a fun fold. So let me flip this camera back up. So this was one of my favorite stamp sets to work with. There's just a lot of things you can do with it. Some very nice sentiments that come with it. You are all kinds of wonderful, and the one that says thanks for lighting the way can make a great thank you card with this. Back in December, I had some fun with this. Same stamp set, but I used the lantern and then went to my Christmas stamps and die cut, as you can see, holly, some evergreen leaves, put a red bow on it, and made a Christmas card. So another example here, great big holly leaves and berries. You see how I did different colors of the lanterns as well. So this was a versatile card set. Great if you're a camper or you have a camping theme. You can do a lot with this lantern. So that's my fun fold for today. I'm not even sure what this is called, but it's a very cute flap card. I'm not going to put a sentiment on the inside yet. That's kind of to be determined. It could be a graduation card. There's a lot of different things you could do with this. So thanks for joining me today. Stay tuned for my next video.